What is good? What is good, everybody? It's your boy Cam. I just want to give you feedback from the Mavericks versus the Denver Nuggets game for this past Sunday, and the Mavericks end up coming up short against the Denver Nuggets, and so, I do want to get feedback from that game, and so the only four players were in double figures that Sunday against the Denver Nuggets. So Klay Thompson finished with 25, Spencer Dinwiddie finished with 16. Najee Marshall finished with 16 points, and Derek Lively finished with 14 points. So, and actually, the Mavericks are still out without Kyrie and Luka, but Kyrie is questionable to play tonight. So we'll have to see what happens. We go from there, but we still don't need to be rushing Kyrie right now. We want him to get healed 100%. And the Mavericks are still without Luka, and now they're saying he probably won't be back until like February, but like maybe before the All Star break he'll be back. But still, we don't need to rush Luka right now. We just want him to heal up 100%. But I want to say that the Mavericks are actually got off to a good start that first quarter, and then second quarter was back and forth, and then in the third quarter they did pretty well. And they had a 17-point lead over the Denver Nuggets in that third quarter, and then of course Denver made a run towards the end of the third quarter. And going into the fourth quarter, the Mavericks only scored 12 points in the fourth, just 12 points. It's like that's what I'm saying. That's why we need Kyrie Irving, because he definitely shows up in the fourth quarter. But again, I don't want to rush Kyrie back right now. I want him to get better 100% too, especially when the playoffs come around. That's what I'm saying. But the Mavericks were shooting threes like really well. For the first half, they were shooting the lights out from the 3-point line until like the second half. They only made like one 3-pointer in the second half, which that really hurt us. That's why I say another reason. That's another reason why we lost the game, because our poor shots from the 3-point line going into that second half. And another thing that really hurted us was the Denver Nuggets had more than 20 points, getting second chance points off of those rebounds. That's another thing the Mavericks struggled with. They didn't rebound real well. Definitely got to fix that going into tonight's game for the rematch against the Denver Nuggets. But that's what I just, man, just like when they had those too many offensive rebounds, that just hurt us so much when we played the Denver Nuggets on Sunday. But and now Nikola Jokic is portable to play tonight. He's going through some illness right now, and then Jamal Murray, he's portable to play, and so is Aaron Gordon. So I guess all of them three are going to be playing tonight. So who knows what's going to happen? But we're still waiting on the result if Kyrie Irving is going to play tonight. Now that he's questionable due to his back injury, but definitely need to take it easy on him. And now, so got some bigger news that I'm actually going to be attending to the game tonight, as the Mavericks have that rematch against the Denver Nuggets. I'm going to be going to that game tonight. So I haven't been to a Maverick game like all freaking season, but it's been hard for me to want to go just because we don't have Kyrie and Luka. But now that we still have Klay, but I've been wanting to see Klay Thompson play in person for a long time. But I actually saw Klay Thompson play in Dallas and during the 2018-2019 season when he was with the Warriors, and that year he ended up getting towards Achilles. And then I'm excited to see Klay tonight, and hopefully he can have that same performance going into tonight. But we definitely need PJ Washington to bounce back tonight. He struggled the last game against the Denver Nuggets. He only had 8 points. He was scoreless like that first half. And I don't think he scored at all in the first half at all. I didn't think he scored till like the second half. But we definitely need PJ to get some shots down too. And Jaden Hardy had an off game too. But definitely, and Jaden Hardy has been lights out from the 3-point line again for the past couple weeks. And And Hardy has been stepping up real well. So is Quentin Grimes. They've been playing so well for quite a while, ever since Kyrie and Luka been out. But that's what I'm saying. We need gotta get Kyrie and Luka back, especially when we play these tough teams coming up. But I do want to talk about this upcoming schedule for the Mavericks. So, of course, there's tonight. I'm going to be they take on the Nuggets, on which is I'm going to be attending to tonight. Tomorrow night they travel to New Orleans to take on the New Orleans Pelicans. Friday it's a tougher game. We have the Oklahoma City Thunder, who's coming in town to play us. So we either have to play Kyrie tonight or wait until Friday. I think whatever happens, but I think they need to let Kyrie rest tonight, and that way he heals up 100%, not risk the injury. And I will save him for the Oklahoma City Thunder, because that's a bigger game, because that's where we're really gonna need him. And then so Monday the Mavericks take on the Charlotte Hornets, and they take on the road to go to Charlotte and play. And I think if we do get Kyrie by then, I think we can win. But we'll have to see what happens. But next Wednesday night, they have a home game against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and that should be a tough one. And definitely want that revenge when after we lost them on Christmas Day, especially when Luka hurt his heel contusion again. And next Saturday is the biggest game of this month as we take on the NBA champs, the Boston Celtics. That's where we're going to have to get Luka and Kyrie back. We're going to need both of them for that game, especially when we lost to them in 5 games in the NBA Finals last year. But I think Kyrie will play so well playing against Boston at home. But my fear is just how is he going to play in Boston? Because it seems like every time Kyrie goes to Boston, he just struggles. He does not play well in Boston, and especially those fans want to chant he sucks and everything. I'm like, man, forget y'all. Boston fans were disrespectful to him in Boston, and so was Brooklyn, and those teams just weren't the right fit for Kyrie. And I honestly think Kyrie did nothing wrong when he was in Boston and Brooklyn. That just weren't the right teams for him when he was playing with them. But I'm glad he's with us. I'm so glad Kyrie's in Dallas playing with us. I love him here, and I appreciate for everything he does for us down here. He's such a great leader, and he's such a great guy to be around with. Okay, now the trade rumor says what's going on. So right now, the Mavericks are saying they're not interested in Jimmy Butler, so which is good, and I don't want Butler coming down here messing up the chemistry. And now the Warriors are not wanting Jimmy Butler. They don't want him. And the Rockets, they don't want him. I think that he is going to end up going to Phoenix. That's where my prediction. I think Butler will go to Phoenix. But if he goes to Phoenix, I think they're still not going to do anything with Butler coming down here to Phoenix. They'll be like a first round, second round playoff team. But he's definitely not getting no ring playing with the Phoenix Suns. He won't get one. It's just Jimmy Butler is definitely a headache. I just definitely would not want him on my team playing in Dallas, because we would have to. They said if we would have to get Butler, if we got Jimmy Butler, we have to give up Daniel Gafford, P.J. Washington, our best defenders. I'm like, no, we can't do that again. Just like what happened with Dorian Finney-Smith and Spencer Dinwiddie, our defense gone flat. I'm not trying to have that again. I'm fine with the roster we have right now, and I just think we just need to make one more move, is to get Herb Jones. But I found out he has an injury issue right now, which is not good. But hopefully we get a good trade before the trade deadline's over with. And now that we're talking about we may get Isaiah Stewart or we may get Obi Toppin. So we'll have to see what happens. I think Nico does a great job with these. He's been doing a good job with these trades so far. And I found out that Mavericks are actually one of the most active teams on the phone about everything what goes on, and just Nico he's a businessman. He's been cooking it for the past 2 seasons with these trades and everything. Definitely want to get a championship to help Luka out. I think the best move he made was getting Najee Marshall and Klay Thompson and Quentin Grimes. Those were like the best moves he did. is definitely I definitely see Quentin Grimes being a better 3-point shooter and a better defender than Josh Green is. And Quentin Grimes is definitely deserves an extension through his contract. We definitely gotta keep Quentin Grimes going into next season if we want to win a championship this year or next year. But we'll have to see though. But we gotta get our team healthy first. Take one game at a time. We just need to get ready for the Denver Nuggets tonight. We just go from there. Well, that concludes my podcast tonight, and I will see y'all on my next podcast. And let's go, Mavs, and let's go get this dub.